Hi everyone, welcome in the second episode of Minghcast, my podcast on YouTube. Today I have a very special guest, that is Francisco, that will talk about him right now.
Hi guys, I'm Francisco. I have 15 years old. I'm from Italy, like Ming, and I'm very happy to do podcast with he. I play Formula One in the free time and Gran Turismo with my Logitech 9023.
Okay, so now we'll talk about the first news that has been published in these days. That is that Sauber F1 team has announced a new team for 2024. In fact, the Sauber team, branded as Alfa Romeo in 2022, 2023 as well, has undergone a second name change as many weeks after fans critiqued the first rebrand when it was revealed before Christmas.
After all, this is second new name for the outfit in a new looks. On December 15, the official FIA only list for the 2024 Formula One season was published, naming the Swiss base squad on stake F1 team Kick Sauber.
Okay, so what we think about this name? I've done also a post on my YouTube, and the post was asking Sauber will be stake F1 team in 2024. Do you like the name? The 9% of you voted yes. The 76% of you voted no, I prefer Alfa Romeo, and 15% no, I choose. And then you had to comment. Okay, so now we'll see some answer in the comments of this poll. So the first answer is mine answer that I choose Ming F1 Racing Team, that I think is the best. Then I choose this name because I really like Ming F1 Team, but unfortunately it isn't.
Some people use the name, want the names only Sauber.
So other really interesting answer was actually Audi, only Audi. That is really beautiful. The name, I think, really beautiful. From 2026 probably will be, but it's really interesting, really beautiful. I love it. And then another maybe old name was BMW Sauber. Really beautiful. Really, it's really beautiful. I love it. So we can. It's just to back us to the old F1, like 2008, 2006. So it's really, really beautiful. BMW Sauber. I really love it.
And now we talk about the Ferrari because I and Ming are Ferrari fans. We talk about the report of this year and we look some studies in 2023. The qualifying is Charles Leclerc better than Sainz because he do about 5 pole position. Sainz do 2 pole, but he win in Singapore starting in pole, and congratulations for him when he do this. Ming, for you, Singapore win is good, not? And say a comment about the race.
Yeah, okay. The race was really exciting in fourth because Verstappen was 11th in qualifying, so it was really exciting, you know. And then in race, Sainz was really fast, really, yeah, was really good because in the last laps, obviously with the DRS on purpose on Norris, yeah, that team radio also was really impressive. You know, the drive was impressive. That weekend deserved the win. Obviously, Carlos Sainz. So really, congrats to him. Talking about the stats of the race, Charles Leclerc finished 11 times ahead of Sainz, and Carlos finishes 9 times ahead of Charles. So it's really similar. The race pace maybe, but I think we have to mention the race of Las Vegas for Leclerc because obviously Sainz his best race. We already thought about him, but Leclerc did an amazing job in Vegas, starting in qualifying, an amazing qualifying, amazing lap. Ferrari was really fast in Vegas. And then an amazing race, I think, a bit unlucky with the safety car. I think he could win, and he deserved the win. I think in Las Vegas did an amazing job that weekend, was really fast. And also, what you think about the race in Vegas? What are your opinions about that race?
My opinion, Charles Leclerc can win this race, but the safety car really is bad for him. He's so unlucky in too much times, and like Brazil, but in the last lap, Las Vegas is really impossible. Wow, really.
Yeah, an amazing overtake. That was really amazing overtake. The best overtake of the year, I think, in my opinion, and in the opinion of the most F1 fans. So yeah, really impressive driver. I really hope to see next year to fight with Verstappen because he is very fast if he have the car.
The best moment for Ferrari is, as we can say, Singapore, because Ferrari win and Red Bull isn't in the podium. Ming, for you, when is the worst moment for Ferrari in this year?
I think the best moment, the worst moment, sorry, for Ferrari this year was the Australian Grand Prix. Because obviously Leclerc crashed at the first lap with Stroll. As he said, was racing incident. I don't really know, maybe closed a bit too much. And then Carlos Sainz at the last lap, on penultimate lap, I don't really remember, but he crashed into Alonso and then gave 5-second time penalty. So P12. It was before, so really unlucky, I think, because then they didn't restart the race. They restarted the race, but a lot of chaos that weekend. I think is not fair, that penalty for Sainz, because is actually not fair for that weekend. And also the Ferrari was really unlucky, I think, with Leclerc in Brazil. Not Ferrari, maybe the driver. So Leclerc was really unlucky in Brazil. That formation lap did not start, and also Carlos Sainz in Qatar did not start for an hydraulic problem.
Ferrari announced the car in 15th of February. We think the car is more faster than this year, and Red Bull cannot win all the race like this season. I think Ferrari can do some wins like Monza or Imola. Uh, Leclerc, I hope, win the championship. For you, what is your opinion about the new car?
Yeah, I think the new car will be better. Obviously, we all hope will be better, but I don't think we can really fight for the championship. I really hope so, obviously, as a Ferrari fan, but I don't really think, because Red Bull is really fast, Verstappen is really fast, and so will be really difficult to fight with the Red Bull. But I think, as you said, we can fight maybe for some wins as the other teams. Also, maybe McLaren, Mercedes, and maybe also Aston Martin if they'll come back. So I think we can fight for some wins, obviously, but not for the championship. I'm really optimistic about this car because it's really fast on the straight. It's really fast in tracks like Las Vegas, but needs to improve. Needs to improve a lot of things. But the team principal also, Frederick Vasseur, I really like how it works. So I'm really optimistic about 2024. I think we can fight for the second P2 on the championship, on the constructor championship.
Yeah, I like your opinion, but for me, I don't like too much Vasseur for his crazy strategy, like Austin. I don't like the strategy because Leclerc can win that race.
Okay, so it's good what you said, but I think with Vasseur we can win a championship if we have the car. But like with Binotto, it was really impossible maybe to win a championship. So the mentality of Vasseur, I really prefer the mentality of Vasseur and not that one of Binotto. So I think he can improve because it was the first year at Ferrari at a top team. So he can improve, and I'm really optimistic about 2024 in this aspect. Also, this year I think we have improved a lot the pit stops and also the strategies in general. So I am really optimistic about 2024. Okay, so the next news we want to talk about is that Norris has said that the 2023 season was the best season for him. As we've seen, he scored a lot of podiums. McLaren was really fast in the second part of the season. Maybe he could fight for the win 2 times, I think, Silverstone and Qatar. But Silverstone, he didn't close the door like at lap 6, 5, 6, 7. I don't really remember the lap, but he didn't close the door on Verstappen, and he had pace to fight maybe for the win. And also Qatar was not. He didn't manage to bring the car to do a good lap in qualifying, and so the sprint race and the race was not as good as he could do, because McLaren was fast, as we saw. Oscar Piastri won the sprint race, obviously. And so, what do you think about the McLaren season this year and the Norris season in particular this year?
For me, season for Norris can be more great if he wins some Grand Prix, but Max Verstappen can't. You can't win if Verstappen race. In this season, Lando Norris with the statist, he start with no points. He do a little points, not good. But after the upgrades in Austria, he do very well. He started to do a lot of good position, like Great Britain, Hungary, Singapore, Japan, or United States. But the real problem for me that Lando Norris is the qualify, because he waits for a lot of times the qualify. He can do a lot of more more strong, but he can't do so much if he wastes the qualify, like Qatar, Abu Dhabi, or Mexico. But Mexico, he start at 2020 and he arrive 5. Now we talk about Piastri, but first I want to say, for you, Piastri, what to do this season for you? Can you leave a comment about he and what he do?
Yeah, the season of Piastri was really spectacular, I think, as a rookie. The best rookie this year. Obviously, we can start talks about the results he achieved this year. Finished DNF in Bahrain, really unlucky with that car that was really bad. P15 in Saudi Arabia ahead of Norris P17 as we seen, but really bad car. Also a P8 in his own race in Australia. Good for him because it was the first points in Formula 1 for him in his own race, so really good for him, but not a great result. Azerbaijan P11, and then other bad result like P19 in Miami, P13 in Spain, P11 in Canada, also 1 point in Monaco, P10, and then Austria P16 because he had not the upgrades, because he had the upgrades from Great Britain. In fact, he finished before. Then a lot of good races for him. I think really good as a rookie. Then a DNF in Belgium from the contact with Sainz. 9th, 12th, 7th, and his first podium was in Japan, where he beat his teammate in qualifying, but he had no pace to fight with Norris. Norris was faster than P3 in Japan, P2 in Qatar, but P1 in the sprint, so really good for him. Another DNF in United States, P8, P14, P10, and P6 in Abu Dhabi. So really strong season for him. I think he can one day win the championship. So it's really fast. Also in qualifying, it's really fast. In race, he needs maybe to improve, but it's a rookie. It's the first year in Formula 1. One of the best rookies I've ever seen from Hamilton in 2007. So really impressive driver. I think he can improve a lot. It's a good season for him. Okay, guys, for this podcast is all. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this podcast, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel to see the next episodes. So I really want to thank you, Francisco, to being here. So Francisco, what was your opinion about this podcast? If you liked it, if you want to come back with another episode with me.
Yeah, I want in the future to come back with you for a new podcast. I really happy to do this podcast. It's very funny to do. This is my first podcast I ever made. Thank you, guys. Leave a like and subscribe to Ming, because he's a beautiful streamer.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
For the last thing I want to say about Latifi, for me, Latifi is the GOAT. Can win 50 championship. Can win all. He can win. He win all the race. For me, is special.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he can't. He can't race in Formula 1 because he's too much strong.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I think the same, Latif is the GOAT. So please, guys, check also my new merchandising. All the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in episode 3 of this podcast. Bye, guys.